Hello, beautiful souls. I'm Sai, and welcome to your almost personal reading. This is going to be a specific reading for those who find themselves stuck in a situation without any outcome. So, this message is meant for you if you've recently felt like your person has been playing a lot of mind games, trying to get a reaction from you, and in some ways that doesn't make sense to you. Okay, if that resonates, then this reading is for you. Okay, we begin with the Five of Swords, which tells me clearly that right now there's confusion, conflict, and a lot of overthinking on both ends. We also have the Two of Swords. You're unsure of what to expect next. The situation feels stuck, silent, and without clarity. Moving forward, many of you guys are trying to show that you're perfectly fine without this person, but deep down, you know you're not. Okay, you're doing your best to hold yourself together to appear grounded, but emotionally, you're drained out. The overall energy here tells me you're both exhausted. Okay, on a very collective level, it feels heavy. Sometimes you want to just walk away, but somehow you guys can't, and this connection still pulls you in like a karmic situation. Who are we talking about? This is someone you've had your share of fights or disagreements with. If I'm being honest, the bond hasn't been smooth at all. At times, you may even resent this person for emotional chaos that they've caused you. And with this card, you're trying your best not to show your feelings. You're holding back. There's pride involved, a bit of ego on both sides. Neither of you guys want to bend first. Yet, with this card, this person has a way of charming their way back in your life. They know exactly what to say, how to draw you in, and you still have feelings for them. And that is one of your weaknesses as to why you always stay open. But the truth, this person has never truly given you clarity. It's always felt unfinished. It's always felt unfair. Like there's a lot of feelings left unsaid. Okay, Four of Swords reverse. It's the energy of restlessness, not knowing where things stand anymore, and that's where you guys stand at the moment. When it comes to their feelings, yes, they do have emotions for you, they do care for you, but with this card, they are not ready to act upon those feelings. They still are watching you, thinking about you, but stuck in indecision. With this card, there's regret, no doubt about it. But they know that they've hurt you, and that has been a part of their life somehow, and they do wish things would have changed or been differently. But emotionally, they are not in a space to fix it as soon as possible. Not yet. When it comes to you, in terms of how they see you as someone who has fully been rising again to your power, to your strengths. With this Queen card, you've got all the divine feminine energy working through you. They see you as grounded, graceful, emotionally in control, balanced, basically someone who's finally learning to love themselves again. Okay, at one point they might have called you out and like probably like called you many names such as weak, unpredictable, crazy, and now they are like very much feeling that guilt for having said so many things. But the irony is that's exactly what made you unforgettable, right? You've grown from that pain and quite made yourself, or rather rebuilt yourself again. Now they see you as someone who's glowing differently, wiser, calmer, not easily shaken. And you've been taking your power back, slowly but surely. You're focused on yourself and it shows. Whether they are watching you directly or hearing through friends, they know that you're doing a lot better. You're also looking better, you're looking fitter, you're a lot stronger, and you finally regain that light, that shine rather. Okay, to them, you're no longer the one that chases them. You're someone who's quite like very much different now, and that has gotten to them. They want to chase this energy now. When it comes to how is that they see themselves, we have the Two of Pentacles. They know that they've messed this up. Deep down, they're aware that they've ruined something that actually meant a lot. But at the same time, this person still carries that inflated sense of self, that I am the main character, I'm the main energy. And that's been the real issue here. It's almost like their ego needs to be fed constantly. They crave that validation, needing to feel like they are the one in control, the one above it all. And that's where this imbalance stems from. For some of them, it's also the environment they are in. It's the wrong influences, could be toxic friendships, could be like narcissistic ways of seeing connections, people who keep that ego alive instead of grounding them. On their better days, they know that they've messed up or gone too far, but they do see the truth. Okay, but the moment that pride kicks it in, I think it all flips and they go back to convincing themselves that they are the one who had the upper hand all along and need to continue having it. Which somehow gets in the way, and that ego is the major chapter which never ends, right? That ego is so fueled somehow because of their friend circles, because of their parents, that they do not wish to surrender. I hope I'm making sense. Okay, moving forward, where are you at, my dear friend? At this time with the Page of Wands, it's quite telling me that you're slowly starting to open up in your life. You're not as stuck as you used to. With Six of Swords, some of you guys might be like even feeling like you've almost moved on. That's good, to be honest. And with Eight of Wands, some of you guys, not all of you, have almost started talking to new people. Okay, which is again good. Your life, your choices, no one's judging. In terms of what's your biggest challenge? Your challenge somehow is to put in that consistent effort. I think some days you feel like, Sai, I've moved on, man. But some days you're like, no, I still miss that weirdo. Okay, but that is your challenge in order to keep going. Okay, in terms of the past, present, and future. First off, we have Nine of Wands. You were a mess in the past. When I say past, it could almost mean 2 weeks. Okay, or some of you, it could be 2 months. And present, what do we have? Like you were so stuck that you could not even think about a third person. Okay, present, I think you've been thinking about them, no doubt about it. But somehow you're in a much balanced state. You're not as, emotional towards them. You're like, like if it works, it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. In the future, I see you being completely detached. I feel you're going to be having full control of your life, emotions, and actions. And I feel there is a giant possibility that you guys might start a new relationship elsewhere. Okay? In terms of how is that you see this person? You see this person as someone who got away, someone who always gets away. But you know for a fact that they are still somehow thinking about you or watching you or stalking you. How is that you feel? Your feelings haven't completely left. I think that like Chariot card, you still have the hots for them. There are days where you compare them. See, comparing is still considered as not moving on. Okay, the day you forget comparing them or you just step away and start something fresh without having to even think about them, that's the day you fully moved on. And that takes time. Okay, so don't be hard on yourself. In terms of what is that you want? I feel first off, you want this person to show up and give you that closure or that clarity. Some of you, if this person owes you money, then you might want that back. I also feel with the Magician card, you somehow want this person to gather that strength and that courage that is required and face you one-on-one and maybe then deal with them thereafter. Okay? In terms of what's currently happening, the honest truth. The honest truth is, at this moment, you both are somehow trying to control your emotions and you feel you have it under control, and it's mutual and you feel that's your strength. If you can manage to not talk to them, you both are considering that as your strength. Now they feel like, if I'm not reaching out to them, that's my strength. Okay, in terms of that, the mutual feelings, collective feelings. Collectively, you both are thinking about each other, missing each other. But somehow you do not feel like you need to go forward in terms of them. Them, I feel they somehow want to still keep you in their life but not act on it, not show any form of accountability, responsibility towards it. I mean, to be honest with you, they are somehow still playing you. I mean, that would sting you, but it is what it is. And they feel like they want to keep you around as a safe option, which is not fair. In terms of where do you stand, my friend? I feel you are holding back. You feel that's basically playing safe. And a part of you, even though you have attachment, it's like you're slowly letting go of that grip now. Okay, so far if it made sense, all of you present, please do consider liking and type in a yes if that goes a big way for me. It's like a booster. But yeah, what's coming towards you now? What's coming towards you, you will have an opportunity to fix your life, to bring in that stability. Some of you guys, if you've been struggling financially, I see a lot of clarity in terms of what you need to do. And a lot of times where you felt like life is a struggle, things are slowly easing out. Okay, I also feel there is a possibility that you guys might be enjoying going out with your friends, family. There is a chance that you guys will be meeting more people in your life, as in more suitors. Okay, when it comes to your person, their major focus, your person's major focus remains the Page of Swords. They continue stalking you. Sometimes they wonder if they are like going to ever fix this the right way. I mean, that is a question mark in terms of how are they acting. I feel for some of you, they are showing lack of interest, and they could be, however, showing you that they have plenty of attention outside in terms of what is that they want from you now. At this time, they basically want King of Swords for you to show up in their life somehow, reach out to them. They still want you to miss them. As toxic, as manipulative, as narcissistic as that might sound, it is what it is. So their intentions now. Intentions, I think they don't want to be on the worst terms with you. Somehow they want to keep you confused, but they also want clarity. I hope that makes sense. Moving forward, their biggest offer. The biggest offer would be them to show up in your life. They are still not acting maturely, but they don't want to keep running away from you. Okay? In terms of what is that they want from you at this time? I think first of all, they still want you to pour in your heart to them, your feelings, and somehow still continue loving them. I think this will be very specific for some of you, but you can always consider a personal reading for more clarity. Moving forward in terms of their future actions. Their future actions, I'm getting the Knight of Pentacles, which is no action basically. We have Four of Cups, again no action. We move on to the Seven of Pentacles, and we move on to the Six of Cups. I feel eventually in a gap of almost 3 to 5 days, this person shows up after a lot of back and forth. Okay, and that too after really thinking hard with whether it's time for them to reach out or not. So that back and forth will quite be felt on like energy terms. There is a chance that this person might come across you in the physical as you're going about your life, and this could happen in the course of almost 6 days. But this person might want to meet you in the physical thereafter. Okay, but regardless, I feel there might be a physical meeting that is destined in the future. When I say the future, for some of you it can be 6 days, for some of you it could stretch to a couple of weeks. You know, time is fluid and it can go back and forth. In terms of what is that they want you to know about them. First of all, this person hasn't moved on. Okay, and I think somehow they want you to have a doubt about it, or rather a hint about it. They don't want you to have full clarity. Okay, what's that they don't want you to know about them is that they still think about you very much. They've been having close tabs on you, so somehow they still manage to know as to where you are at, what you're up to. Okay, and I also feel with the Sun card, they still feel like they haven't replaced you, or they haven't found a match. Okay, in terms of where is this going? I feel you will get attention, but I still feel what the problem would be is that you might still not see or feel a change in their behavior. Okay, I feel that flirtiness, that eagerness will be shown, which would excite you a bit, but I feel the problem would be you're waiting on major expectations that might still not show up. Overall, where is this all leading to? This is leading towards a breakthrough, yes. I feel someone takes that leap of faith in order to talk to you, but I still do not see emotional fulfillment from it. Rather, I still see some form of heartbreak and some form of confusion. Your best course of action moving forward. I think you need to really understand your own value before probably putting yourself back in this connection. And it is not time for you to simply chase this person. Rather, really ask yourself if they even deserve your space and time. Okay. In terms of that, the biggest challenge. The biggest challenge for them is to feel stuck to you. Secondly, they don't want to change, very stubborn. Okay, I also feel with the Tower card that they've tried on multiple occasions and it has not worked out. Like, what was their goal in the past? Secret goal. Their secret goal in the past was to keep you tied and to not give you commitment. Versus now I think they somehow want to meet you. There is a chance that they might really want to have a physical affair with you. They've been thinking about you a lot. If I'm being completely transparent, they've been probably going about the old pictures, if they still have few, and they've been thinking about that body, if you know what I mean. Okay, also I feel sometimes they could have used the circumstances or the family equation in order to give you excuses as to why it's not happening, and that was very well planned. Or sometimes the differences that you people have was very well used. Okay, moving forward, we have the Star card and we have the World card. See, they haven't completely dismissed the idea of you as an outcome, but the problem is this person hasn't put in any efforts to change, if you'd notice. Okay, so moving on to some love messages, but before that, if this resonates, I would highly appreciate if you guys could simply type in a yes along with your sign in terms of what sign you are. And yeah, moving forward to love messages, we have bad influences, unsupportive family and friends, just as we spoke. We have drugs and alcohol. We have bad habits. Definitely, bad habits are strong. We also move on to contemplation, heavy thinking, big decisions, and we move on to dreams. Pay attention to your dreams. Your spirit guides are sending messages through dreams. And we have runner. You're basically dealing with a runner who doesn't want to face you. They still want to have you on some levels, but not exactly face you. Okay, so for you, most your sole purpose is to get yourself out of this equation. That could be just a lesson, but we have some form of new beginning. But new beginning doesn't have to be a longevity one. Okay, something can also be considered a new beginning if you guys start fresh. Then how it goes, that depends. But yeah, some start over is definitely happening after a leap of faith. Okay, but you will have some form of clarity regarding where you stand in this person's life, if not now, within the next 10 to 14 days. Okay, overall, you are clearly dealing with a toxic person. Okay, should I say more? There is some form of union that's coming up. So far, if it made sense, simply to type in a yes along with like in the video. Your like, your support goes a big way. All those who are stuck in a complicated situation should always consider personal reading. Okay, that never feel too stuck with generals, with me or with whoever you believe in. Regardless, get your clarity. Thank you so much, guys, and I hope to see you soon. See ya.